Let's switch some gears, all right, and talk some politics here. We've got Chris Bedford, a contributor at The Federalist. We've got Alex Marlow, editor-in-chief of Breitbart News and co-author of Breitbart Business Digest and author of Breaking Biden. Gentlemen, welcome, welcome. Alex Marlow, NBC hates conservatives. And NBC is spending a lot of money to hate conservatives. It's going to cost them $600,000 for one 5-minute interview with Ronna McDaniel. And actually, she may sue him for defamation. So this could just be the beginning. You know, they'd be better off if they liked conservatives, Alex Marlow. You have a thought on this?
We're having such a blast at Breitbart with this story. I mean, this is so fun. It just exposes the fascists over at MSNBC and NBC News for exactly who they are. They're totalitarians. Look at all of them crybabying. They can't handle Ronna McDaniel, Larry. They're so close-minded that that's too much for them. This is, it's too tall an order. We've talked to Ronna a couple times a week for 5 minutes. It's so pathetic and embarrassing that it just reveals who they are. This is the corporate status quo. NBC, Comcast, Universal. If you are at all a threat to that corporate line, then you can't even speak there for a few minutes a day. Unbelievable. So fun.
You know, this is like, your own John Carney, who writes about the balkanization of social media. This is why you need a Trump media. So you have a place for conservatives to go. This is yet another example of the bias, of the big liberal corporate medias. This is a perfect example of why Trump's stock is probably doing very well. It's kind of a revolt of the masses. Chris Bedford, I doubt if you have much disagreement, so I want to go on. We've got some sound. Karine Jean-Pierre versus a radio talk show host. She's being very rude and impolite. Take a listen to this.
Would you please just ask her, does the president have dementia?
Mark, I can't even believe you're asking me this question. And with that, thank you so much, Mark. Have an amazing, amazing day.
Wow. Wow. Whoa, she hung up. She hung up, Chris Bedford. Now, my mother taught me not to hang up on people. It's rude. That's a terrible thing. Why do you think she did that?
Probably because she's been so coddled. I mean, reporters in the White House who report and actually see the president on a day-to-day basis, they can tell that he's addled. They talk about it in the hallways. They admit to each other over cocktails at their fancy restaurants that, of course, the president is slowing down. But they don't like to really ask that many questions about that. Now, the dam has started to crack as Democrats have become more and more nervous over that. But in general, they dodge the subject. So she's not used to these direct questions. And she's also, by the way, maybe one of the worst White House press secretaries I've ever seen in my life or read about in history. She doesn't, a normal way to react to a question like that would just be to say, no, obviously not. The president does a great job. What's the next question? And move on. But instead, she made a news item out of it.
I mean, that's right. I mean, Alex, it's not as though, so say you're the press secretary to the president, and you're going out and you're working the, you're working the fields, you're working the states, you're working the grassroots, you're working the talk shows, the radio talk shows. All right, that's a good thing to work. You know this question's coming, and all she can do is yell at him and hang up, Alex. This does not sound to me like a brilliant political ploy.
Yeah, and it's funny because she describes herself as a historical figure. Maybe Chris is right. Maybe she is historical, just not in the way that she thinks of it. She's literally not used to having to answer questions. This is such a surreal thing, and I did write a book about this called Breaking the News, where I broke this down, how now we have the media is the exact same as the Democrat Party establishment, to the point where she's literally surprised. The person whose job is theoretically to answer questions has to answer even a single question. Again, totally delish to watch.
Yeah, totally delish. Chris Bedford, let me come back to you. RFK Jr., who's kind of sort of trying to run as a centrist, okay? A bunch of us had dinner with him, all right? He was very gracious. And then he goes out and gets, I guess because this woman, Nicole Shanahan, is such a big financier of his campaign, she's got a whole history of being anti-cop, anti-law and order. She's in the Soros. She's in the Soros camp. She's in the Alvin Bragg camp. She backed this left-wing anti-cop district attorney in Los Angeles. Chris Bedford, I mean, why did RFK Jr. do this?
I think this shows that he's trying to really run against Joe Biden more. I was wondering where he was going with this independent run, because initially he was running for the Democratic nomination. And this kind of cements him in a way that he's going more towards for that left-wing vote. Maybe is less of a threat to Trump than I kind of at first anticipated. But also, she can self-fund at this point now. She's a very, very wealthy woman, especially after her divorce from a Google co-founder, Sergey Brin. So when she can take that money, she can help him get on the ballot in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states pretty easily. And that's essential to him moving forward at all.
Well, Steve Chung from the Trump campaign, Alex, RFK Jr. is a radical leftist, an environmental whack job who loves EV mandates, wants to end gasoline-powered engines. He's no independent, blah, blah, blah. I mean, this is the handwriting on the wall. This is RFK is going to damage Biden. He's not going to damage Trump at all.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that there was a lot of injuries from too much high-fiving at the Trump campaign last night after this was announced.
Right.
It's great news for Trump, obviously. If you want to break down what RFK is thinking, best case scenario, he's trying to reposition the Democrat Party to something that is perhaps more legitimate than what we've been witnessing with the Biden administration. But more cynically, this is a very rich person who courts a far left base with the Gascon funding. She funded Joe Biden in the past, big donor to Democrats. She's a anti-law enforcement person. It's such an odd pick in this current climate. But she's got a lot of money, that's for sure.
I guess so. Chris Bedford, Alex Marlow, gentlemen, thank you ever so much.